.873 save percentage. And of course, we talked about him in the pregame. Starting for Merrimack, senior Spencer Marquis added to the roster yesterday with all of Merrimack's rostered goaltenders either ineligible or injured for today's game. Spencer Marquis, a student manager, steps up. He'll get the starting nod today. Native of Brunswick, Maine. Last played for Brunswick High School in 2020. And we found out, Mike, before the game that not only is Spencer a student manager, he started as a student manager this year. So this is actually the first game he's worked as a part of the program, and he gets the starting nod today. I don't think he probably had that, on the schedule when he joined up as a manager a couple of weeks ago. Merrimack and Stonehill about to get underway. Kalen Fitzpatrick is going to take the opening draw for the Warriors, a freshman from Alberta, and we're underway. Tyler Young gets the puck in deep for the Warriors. Evan Orr back to get it for Stonehill. Or a transfer from Michigan Tech. Like Merrimack, Stonehill has a number of transfers on this roster. Skyhawks get the puck in there. Fitzpatrick trying to break things out. Young with the neutral zone with speed down the right side. Tries to get a shot on, blocked by Gaudette. He's a Northeastern transfer. Puck up on the far side there where Misak keeps it in. Misak and transfer from Niagara. Tyler Young, alternate captain, moves it over to Bookman at the right point. Tries to dance around Frank Ireland, Stonehill captain, but he was able to make a play there. We got a penalty.
That didn't take long.
No, just 44 seconds into this game.
It's going to be a hold. Who'd they get?
I think it was Ireland on Bookman as Bookman tried to get around. Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to the... I've been lobbying for it for a while, but I'm going to have to get used to the referees making the announcements here, not stepping.
Yeah, we kind of have to cede the microphone to the referee at that moment so that we can get the call. Of course, if you're watching him, you know what the call. We knew it was holding, but still like to get that announcement. So we get power play. Look here, first power play opportunity of the regular season now for Merrimack.
There's Ireland holding Bookman there on the right point. This is Merrimack's top power play unit. We saw this unit out there yesterday. Quarterback by Zach Bookman on the point. Stonehill able to rush the puck out here. Almost a 2-on-1.
Short-handed bid right there. A chance right in front of Spencer Marquis. We'll talk a little bit more about him as we go along.
Scott Warwick before the game. Of course, it's a power play, but Scott Warwick said before the game he's looking for defensive buy-in today, as you would imagine.
Yeah, even more so than usual.
Yeah. Emerson up top to Bookman. Down to the bumper spot. That's Ty Deneau. Deneau fires a shot on. It's blocked. That was Devin Karlstrom there for Stonehill. Skyhawks try to break things out. Devlin O'Brien, a former Warrior. One of two former Warriors in the lineup today. He takes a shot in that looks like it hit the iron. Or maybe Marquis may have got a blocker.
I think he got a bit of it, yeah.
Seamus Powell regrouping behind the net. Little under a minute left of the power play.
They haven't put it up on the board yet, so it's not officially his first save yet. I think it was headed wide anyway.
Puck gets loose there, and Ethan Bono back to collect it in the neutral zone. He's harassed by former teammate Brady Hunter. Hunter and O'Brien, two former Merrimack players now on this Stonehill roster. For new head coach David Berard. Powell tries to find Roy. And Stonehill gets it clear. 30 seconds to go. You hear the Merrimack students exploding on even when Spencer just stops the puck with his blocker there on a dump it, he's getting a loud ovation.
Yeah, he's got a lot of family in the in the stands as well, just coming down from Maine. So I'm sure we're going to hear a lot from them as we go.
Satira drops it back to Powell, down low for Nick Pierre. Nick Pierre scored yesterday in the exhibition game. Powell up top, trying to find some room. Down low to Pierre, back to Powell. Powell with a shot through traffic, it gets blocked. That's Cam Gaudette again, his second block of the game. And we're back to 5-on-5. Puck cleared again on net. Both teams go for a change. Colby ends up to get it for the Warriors.
Talking about Spencer Marquis, Scott Bork, Merrimack head coach, said before the game that his parents, once they found out he was going to play, they went hurried out to buy tickets because they wanted to make sure they were going to have tickets for the game. Didn't even know that players get passes, get to give out passes to their family.
David Sacco with the puck down low for the Warriors behind the net. You would think, though, if you're Spencer Marquis in this situation, right? I mean, just that first save on O'Brien, just get some of the nerves up.
Sure.
Right? Like, the first one's big. Get the first one, Try to feel as comfortable as you can feel.
He looks good in warm-ups. Looks comfortable.
Puck in front of the Merrimack bench. Stonehill trying to get it in.
But, you know, given the fact that defense, and you've written about it so much, Mike, the Mac report and elsewhere, that defensive play, especially in their own end, is something that it's an area where Merrimack has needed to improve, needed to get better this year. They knew that. You know, they went out and they went into the portal with that in mind, for instance. And, you know, so that's already an area that they knew they needed to be better in. Thought they looked better yesterday against Sacred Heart in the exhibition game in that area. But now this is even more of a reason to do it with the guy that they have there. They want to protect him at all costs.
Yeah, Scott Bork said it in the pregame. We were talking before the game, and he said, you know, this is a game we got to have big defensive buy-in. It's Kalen Fitzpatrick with the best scoring chance of the Warriors so far. The puck goes up and out of play.
Yeah, that one got past Andrew Levitz, but just wide, I thought, and then deflected up and out of play. So going to have a draw. This should be, I believe, in the Stonehill end. Going to come to the left of Andrew Levitz with 15:38 to go in the first, and shots on goal are officially 1-1. So Spencer Marquis has made his first official collegiate save.
There we go. Michael Emerson wins the draw to Venuto. Venuto tries to get the puck through traffic, but again, Stonehill, good job clogging up the front of the net. Good job getting their own traffic in front of the goal. Let's make sure that no pucks are getting through. Bookman, near side, works it up to Michael Satera, who is able to get the puck deep. Golowitz back to play it, and the puck comes back up for the Skyhawks. Emerson, middle of the ice. Stonehill collects it at the red line. They're going to try to regroup.
Should mention that Charlie Bencourt was hurt last night for Stonehill, the game at UNH, their exhibition game. Pretty scary play, you know, especially in terms of they had to be very careful getting him off the ice and so on. And of course, he didn't return, went to the hospital. But word from their head coach, David Berard, today is very, very encouraging. Sounds like he's doing better. He'll be okay, which is good. Obviously, not in the lineup today, but upper body injury. So, at any rate, glad to hear that he's doing better.
He's here today, yeah.
Right.
So he was able to make the trip. So. Caden Cranston battling for that puck down low. Whipped it to the far side. Powell back to get it, keep it in the zone. His pass gets blocked. Ains picks it up in the neutral zone and fires it in. Dedeaux on that puck in the corner for the Warriors. Puck gets thrown back here to the near side where Ains is going after it with Ireland. Ireland able to come out of the scrum. Schleifel's now works the puck over to the far side, and we have an icing call.
Yep, bring draw back in the Stonehill end. So not much going on. The first power play opportunity for Merrimack, defended pretty well, I thought, there by Stonehill. And certainly, you know, David Berard taking over as head coach this year. He's, you know, coached quite a bit over his last, you know, 20, 30 years. Coached at Holy Cross, for instance, for a number of years, had some success there. And I believe he filled in for Bruce Marshall back at UConn a little over 10 years ago.
First game was here.
Yeah, when Bruce had to step down, right. Did a nice job there. So certainly I think, you know, when they had an opportunity, when, you know, they're looking for somebody, had an opportunity to bring somebody in, a guy who would be able to really take the program, I think, to take the next step and to the next level. They could not have done better than bringing in David Berard.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more in just a minute. Merrimack and Stonehill scoreless here on ESPN+.
Fans, visit HockeyEastOnline.com for all your Hockey East informational needs, stats, highlights, out-of-town scores, or follow the league on your favorite social media platform for game day updates.
Merrimack and Stonehill still scoreless here, just about 7 minutes in. One shot apiece on the board for each team. Spencer Marquis, who you see there, made his first save of the game, made it on Devlin O'Brien, who was a former Warrior.
Ironic, huh? It works out that way.
Devlin O'Brien and Brady Hunter, who we talked about earlier, two transfers, who ended up at Stonehill with David Berard.
You know, you think about it, right, in the way the transfer rule has changed. If we were under the old rules, those guys would have to wait. They wouldn't be able to play today or this year. So nice that they're having an opportunity, you know, guys like O'Brien and Hunter, to be able to play somewhere and play a lot of hockey.
Young was able to pick a pass there in the neutral zone, try to work it up to Pierre. Puck trickled over Pierre's stick, and Evan Orr back to get it for Stonehill. Evan Orr, Michigan Tech transfer. Smooth skating defenseman. He's an alternate captain.
Yeah, he certainly looks like, along with Bencourt, when he gets back in the lineup, the guys that are going to lead them back there.
Absolutely. Waiting with time there as Merrimack set up in the neutral zone. Pass hopped over a stick, and we're going to have an icing call, so a face-off coming down the Stonehill end. Again, I think that's what Merrimack's looking to do, right? That type of neutral zone setup, a 1-2-2.
Yeah,
don't let them break out with speed. Don't let any numbers be coming at Spencer Marquis. Try to clog things up as much as possible. Almost like the 95 New Jersey Devils. Right? Just clog it up. Don't let anybody through.
Exactly. And they've done a good job of that so far. Although Stonehill out shooting them now 2-1, but again, those shots have been from the outside. Yeah. So good ones for him, for Marquis to be able to see.
That puck jumped over Zivlat's stick up and out of the zone. Emerson here, taking a feed from Satira, tries to get a shot on net, but it's blocked. Satira tries to carry it through traffic. Now it's Zivlat with a shot. That puck.
Talk about packing it in.
Traffic in front. Yeah, exactly. Both teams trying to do similar things here today. Venuto on the forecheck. Puck comes out of the zone, jumps over Watville's stick, and he's back to get it. Pressure on the forecheck there by Ireland.
You know, Watville is a guy that I feel like, the extra time he had to spend play last year, helped him an awful lot. I mean, he just looks like this year, I thought that was the case even last year as it went along, but just looks like he's been out there forever.
Yeah.
A lot of experience.
And him too, it was one of those things last year where it looked like we're going to have, I'm saying with Watville.
Yeah.
Statistically, not to bore people with analytics, but statistically speaking, you look at some of those numbers, he was one of the best one-on-one defenders in college hockey in terms of turnovers generated with his stick. He was ranked right up there in like the top 20 of defensemen.
Got to look there, by the way, at Scott Bork in his 7th year as the head coach of the Warriors. He's had some interesting situations to have to deal with, over his 7 years that he's been here. COVID, right? A few years back, you had all the injuries in that situation last year, and now this year, goaltending situation has not been something I can say that I think I've ever seen.
No. See one of the officials.
Very unusual.
Give Spencer Marquis a tap on
they know.
the chest or make him
Everybody
save.
knows. Everybody knows.
You don't see that very often, but Marquis with a save there was able to hang on to the puck. It looked like it was trapped under his pad to get a whistle. So draw coming to Marquis right here. It's Harrison Roy on the draw for Merrimack. And Hunter on the draw for the first over.
And we saw the new face-off rules in effect there, where now they can go back to throwing a guy out.
Yes, some of the warnings and then delay of game penalties. Marquis with a save there, lost track of the puck, but it's cleared out by Powell and ends.
Looked behind him, but he had it.
He did have it. Hunter, again, just trying to throw a puck on net. Powell works back out in front. Puck there, hops over Gibson's stick, and now Merrimack has a chance at some numbers. It's Cranston and Deneau in a 2-on-1. Cranston tries to feed it to Deneau. Gibson got a stick on that puck and hopped over Deneau's stick.
Yeah, Campione there, I think, too, maybe gotten a stick on it. So good job defending by Stonehill. They did a nice job a couple of times, already in this first period, getting sticks in lanes and just being able to break up plays.
Puck in front there, picked up by Caden Cranston. Weilant coming through the zone with speed. Cranston bounces it off the wall, trying to get it to Weilant. A little too far, and Stonehill trying to break the puck out again, but a turnover here at the blue line by David Sacco, and Merrimack going to be whistled for an offside.
Yep.
You got to think Stonehill, knowing the situation, the idea's got to be, we kind of saw it there in that last possession. If you're in the zone, get pucks on you.
Yeah. Got to get pucks in the net as many as you can.
Yeah. Brady Hunter just kind of turned around almost with the blue line and just snapped the wrister there, just trying to get the puck in towards the goaltender.
At the same time, I think a couple of times we see Merrimack maybe be a little bit too pretty with the puck and not trying to do that, not getting pucks to the net quickly, and as a result, they've only got the one shot on goal. We're almost halfway through the period.
Hand pass called on Stonehill there prevents the Skyhawks from making a change, and will give Merrimack an offensive zone face-off. Bono's going to take it for the Warriors. Sacco and Weilant on the wings. Bono wins the draw back, but it splits the defenseman. Bookman has to regroup in the neutral zone. Misak has to work it up the wall. It's picked off there and thrown back down behind Spencer Marquis. Misak goes high off the glass, and this one's going to get down for an icing.
Yep.
Which will bring the draw back the other way. Stonehill gets a change, now Merrimack not able to get a change.
Now we got to look at David Berard in his first year as the head coach of Stonehill. Of course, he's had, I believe, 3 different stints at Providence in one area or another as assistant coach, and he's also served. Wasn't he the hockey ops at one point?
He was, yeah. That's where he was just now before coming to Stonehill.
And, worked real closely, obviously, with Nate Lehman and those guys there. Been a big part of the success that Providence has had. And then when this opportunity opened up, you know, a chance for him to move back into really a head coaching role, he said he couldn't resist it. It was just, he loves coaching. And this is a unique opportunity, you know, to really build a program and really appeal to him. And I could certainly see that, no question. I mean, we remember talking to him back when he was the head coach at Holy Cross, and you know, talking to him then before Holy Cross and Merrimack games. And you know, he's just a guy, he's a hockey guy through and through. And real excited. You can just tell talking with him the excitement that he has of what he has here at Stonehill, what he thinks they're going to be able to do, and you know, basically it's only going to get better from here, only going to go up. I mean, heck, they only won what, 2 games last year. One of them I think was a non-Division I game, but you know, they were so behind the 8 ball last year. It was unbelievable. Some of the games that they were in, including a game against Merrimack, 3-2 game, which was real close. Almost could have gone either way. I mean, those kids battled. But you got to remember, they had a lot of players on that team that had been recruited to play Division II hockey, and then found themselves in Division I. Again, I thought the effort was great when we saw them last year. You know, everything that you want, they were just, you know, outmanned in terms of talent. But that's what he's working to improve.
Puck behind the Merrimack goal line here. Grabel to Zivlak, up to Young. Young's pass picked off at the defensive blue line. O'Brien with it. Now that's the type of turnover Merrimack can't afford to have, you know, at any time, but especially today. Nick Pierre entering the zone with speed. We saw Pierre's speed on display yesterday. That shot goes up and out of play for a whistle.
Yeah, it went back the other way too, though. O'Brien, I think, if he had that back, maybe wouldn't have dropped that back. Try to get that in deep. Even if you can't get it on net, get it in deep and try to keep the pressure on.
Shots 4-1 Stonehill, about halfway through the first period. Venuto again taking these offensive zone draws on that left side. We saw that yesterday with Satira off the line a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the play right there. Win it over to Emerson. Emerson right back to Satira for the shot on goal, but a good save there from McGolitz.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have the line chart there, Emerson is the center on that line, but of course he's a right shot, so it makes sense that when the draw is on the left circle, a guy like Venuto would take it.
Statistically, anyway, yesterday Venuto was one of their best.
He was good, yeah.
He's 6'3", 220. He's got a lot of strength there. He's a big power forward. He's got to muscle his way to winning some of those draws for sure. Stonehill wins that one though. It's Brady Hunter coming up the left side. Hunter hit into the wall by Colby Enns. Powell back to get the puck. Merrimack trying to break things out here. Emerson over to Venuto. Venuto gets a puck deep. Satira on the near side. Puck trickles off though, and coming back the other way comes Skyhawks. Enns back to collect it. He's pressured. Looked like Powell and Hunter got tied up. Both men fall down as the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Heath with it now. Puts it over to Lagerback, who takes the shot, and Spencer Marquis with another save. So Spencer Marquis with his 5th save of the night. Merrimack and Stonehill remain scoreless here on ESPN+.
Their teams. Make a gift today and support the next generation of Warriors. Visit merrimack.edu/thewarriorfund. Saw the save made there by Spencer Marquis, his 5th of this first period, with 9:22 to go, and big cheer went up from the fans behind him. I'm wondering if that's maybe his family there. Look at everybody on the glass there.
Maybe some roommates. There's a lot of students back there.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yep. Good for him.
I mean, you got to give the kid a ton of credit. We were saying it before the game. Not only does he say, yeah, I mean, he hasn't played in the game in 4 years. You know, he last played at Brunswick High up in Maine, and that was in 2020. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, he's been playing junior hockey a year ago and he's just stepping in here. I mean, it's been a layoff for him, but he's the only reason this game's getting played. I mean, it's a forfeit potentially if Spencer Marquis doesn't say, you know, yeah, I'll step in there today. Evan, that was a big hit there in the middle of the ice. Tied Deneau.
Yep.
Knocked down by Jake Cady. Deneau back up and with the puck on the far side. He's pressured in the corner. Cranston with it now, far side. Misak back to Cranston. Circles with the puck, brings it into the corner, trying to set up something here. Merrimack hasn't had a lot of sustained zone time. Stonehill doing a good job packing things in front. keeping the Warriors to the outside.
Yeah, and that's a line that Merrimack is looking to get a lot of production from this year, so Stonehill contained him pretty well on that shift.
Zach fired it up to Sacco. Turnover, though. Rainbow with the puck. He gets it into the near corner. Weiland up to Bono. Bono. Warriors trying to get the puck out of the zone here. Bono carried it, tried to chip it out, it got blocked, and then tried to carry it out. Stonehill, though, pressuring. Puck behind the net, Weiland. Moves over again to Bono on that far side. He's again pressured from behind, and Stonehill, twice the puck's come up that side, and the Skyhawks have been able to keep it in. Watville trying to go near side now for Sacco. Ireland with the puck. Good look there to keep it in, create some space. Shot goes wide, up to Gaudette at the point. Ireland down on the goal line. He tries to get a puck through the middle of the slot. Comes back up high for Evan Orr. Evan Orr tries to find Ireland down low. He's missing a glove. The puck comes to the near side. Sacco, though, unable to get it out. Merrimack in desperate need of getting a clear and a change here. Misak goes high off the glass and can ice the puck. So they did get a clear, relieve some pressure, but still unable to change.
You know, so many different things. People think about options, whatever. One question you got it was, why not just go to the club team? Merrimack does a club hockey team. Difference is put anybody on their roster, on the varsity, the NCAA team's roster. They can't play anymore for the club team. So that really wasn't an option, as it turns out.
Weird rule. I mean, it's so many weird rules, but that's definitely one of the two.
You know, the NCAA talks about the student-athlete experience, and it seems like in so many ways what they do is designed to be the opposite of that.
Yeah, well, that does seem to be the case. Stonehill gets the puck in deep here, though, ends back to get it for the Warriors. Good forecheck by Stonehill. All day long, they've had a lot of pressure with the forecheck. It's given Merrimack some trouble breaking the puck out.
Giving them fits, no question. Caused a lot of turnovers in the offensive end.
Colby ends to Pierre. Pierre tries to find Caitlin Fitzpatrick, but the puck slides through it into the corner and now all the way back down the other end.
Fitzpatrick's been involved in probably their two best scoring chances so far. The one was the shot that whistled just wide, and that one right there. If that one's on his stick, that's probably a goal.
Fitzpatrick was a late addition, recruited by the was actually going to go to Clarkson originally. They had the head coaching change, and he ends up coming to Merrimack from the Brooks Bandits to the BCHL. Merrimack has had a connection with Brooks here in recent years. A lot of former Bandits on the roster. Zach Bookman, one of them.
Yeah, was that related to the coaching change there up at Clarkson?
I think so, yeah. That's when the change was made.
Right, Casey Jones, the head coach for a long time up there at Clarkson. He's now the coach in waiting at Cornell. He's going to take over from Mike Schaefer. And so that happened over the summer.
Puck goes to the far side, Lager back. Former Miami player tries to chip it in. Bookman collects it for the Warriors. Bookman skating to the neutral zone is Venuto. He chips the puck off the wall, down behind the goal line. Puck gets sent to the near side, and Stonehill again. And breakout coming the other way. Hunter's pass picked off by Venuto. Puck bounced around in the neutral zone. Bookman tries to flip it to Satira. Satira's just going to backhand it in. Bookman over to get it. Merrimack making a change. Puck out to the high slot. Harrison Roy with a shot. Stopped in front. I mean, Harrison Roy hit 2 posts yesterday, so he's been a couple of scoring chances here today.
Yeah, Zivak passed up one scoring chance for a better one on the stick of Roy.
Cranston tried to dance in front for a backhand chance, but it got sticked away.
Scoring chances in this first period have been few and far between for Merrimack, so I'm sure that's an area they want to change.
Puck gets turned over there off the stick of Rebell and sent back down by Stonehill. Skyhawks looking to change. Rebell back to get it. Sends it up in front of the Warrior bench. Puck bounces off a Cranston stick, and Stonehill trying to carry through the zone.
Ireland with a pretty good hit there on Cranston.
Rebell picks it up, backhand pass to Roy. Roy takes a shot, gets blocked and goes wide. Follow-up bid, though. It's Ty Deneau. The puck off the end wall, I think, squirted in front. And Ty Deneau, who scored yesterday on the doorstep, able to score in a similar play as the puck trickled through traffic, and the Warriors take a 1-0 lead.
Kind of a broken play, but the guy who led them in goals last year, and they look, maybe happen again. Roy, you see, throws it in, strange bounce there, but it comes right out front. Roy follows it up. Did Roy end up getting it? No, Deneau, I guess.
Yeah, Deneau right on the doorstep there.
There it is on the back end. Hey, we've talked about it. How many goals are scored right on the doorstep, right around the crease, and that's another one right there. So Merrimack, which arguably been outplayed so far in this first period, they get on the board first. It's 1-0.
Ty Deneau had a goal in the exhibition game against Sacred Heart yesterday, similarly through a broken play. I mean, not that he was set up like he was in that one. The goal yesterday, though, came out of a scrum, kind of kicked the puck out with his foot and found an open net. And again there, the puck comes out of a scrum and ends up under those sticks. So.
Last couple of shifts, they've been able to get pucks to the net and be able to get 2 loose pucks as well. That's something that they've had a lot of trouble doing. Merrimack has the first 13 minutes or so of this game. But it pays off there.
Isak dumps the puck in deep there.
I think Bookman gets the other assist on that. Does that sound right?
Should be, I think so, yeah.
I think it's Roy and Bookman. That'll be Harry Roy's first point as a Warrior.
Violent pressure in the corner there. Puck comes back in the near corner with Bono pressures.
Actually got Grabel on that one. Second assist. I thought it was Bookman, but maybe not.
Puck gets dumped in there. Here we go. I mean, this is what you want to see, I think, from the Warriors. So Schreifels kind of charged in at Marquis after he covered the puck, and Mysak threw him down. Merrimack and Stonehill. Merrimack leads 1-0 here late in the first period. Tied it out. He's the one that gave the Warriors a lead. We'll be back with more.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
Kamala's plan will raise families' taxes by nearly $2,600 a year. Under Kamala, prices have already soared. Now she'd make it worse with even higher taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
President Trump will cut taxes again. No taxes on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Merrimack and Stonehill still here in the first period. Warriors lead 1-0. And again, here's the Marquis covers the puck. And you see Andre Schreifels come in there, try to put some pressure on. And Josef Misak says, get away from my senior goaltender.
Yeah, well, we knew coming in that was going to be a real point of emphasis, was protecting the goaltender, even more so than it always is. And I think that kind of situation there, Schreifels, I think, he's battling there for a piece. He's not going in.
No.
Yeah, he's not going in hard after for any particular reason.
No.
He's just battling with Misak there, but he happens to end up right on the doorstep, and Misak doing his job as well to get him out of there.
And look, if you're Stonehill, that's what you should be doing. I mean,
yeah.
They got a puck.
Of course.
They dumped the puck into the zone on net. I think you want to try to make, if you're Stonehill, you want to try to make Marquis play as many pucks as possible.
And you know what? He didn't cover it up right away, so.
No,
Yeah.
there was nothing wrong with the play.
You got to play to the whistle. Right.
It's just, it was, you see the reaction, I think. I think, you'll see Merrimack be almost hypersensitive to that stuff today. Young, along the near wall, puck squirts out the neutral zone. Karlstrom, flips it back in for Stonehill. Tyler Young lays a body in front of the Merrimack net. Powell with the puck now near side.
See what that goal does here. Certainly Stonehill, I think, had a rush there, but maybe it gives Merrimack a lift getting the goal. On the other hand, Stonehill needs to bounce back. They played a pretty good first period, especially road first period, but stands down by a goal.
Fitzpatrick gets the puck deep behind the Stonehill net. Pierre pressures it there in the forecheck. Puck flipped off the high glass on the far side. Tyler Young. Back to Ivan Zivlak through the middle to Pierre. Puck jumps over his stick.
Yeah, still a little sloppy there. You see Merrimack trying to connect with passes.
Or works the puck up out of the zone. It hit a stick in the neutral zone and goes back down behind Marquis' net. Stonehill trying to set something up. Big hit there. We're going to have a penalty coming up.
Schwenninger knocked down
Max
there.
Wattville, yeah. Schwenninger hit by Max Wattville coming out of the corner.
It's going to be a trip.
It's going to be a trip. So Stonehill will go on its first power play of the night. We'll get the announcement here from Steve Rolliard.
Merrimack, minor penalty number 7. 2 minutes for tripping.
So the first Stonehill power play of the game coming up. Did we give the officials? I'm not even sure if we did. So we'll tell you now that our referees are Mr. Steve Rouillard, who announced that one, and also Alex Berard. No relation to David, I think, right?
I would think
sure.
not. Yeah.
Probably not. And on the lines tonight are Mr. Derek Arnold and Mr. Christopher Millay.
First look at the Merrimack penalty kill here. As you see, the Warriors just try to bury the puck in the corner.
And you see that they've got Ireland back at the point for Stonehill.
Ireland takes a shot blocked by Zach Bookman.
Yeah, tried to sneak it through Bookman, but that wasn't going to happen.
Ireland works it back up to Orr. Far side. Back to Ireland here, near side, top of the circle. Merrimack forces a turnover, though, and Michael Emerson clears the puck.
Yeah, Ireland's had a couple of those blocked there. He's trying to thread the needle. Didn't work.
Misak in front of his own net. He's going to get another clear. So 2 clears here in about 15 seconds for Merrimack. Enns and Zivlak, the defensemen now. Bono and Harrison Roy, the penalty killers from Merrimack up top. Ireland through the neutral zone. Schreifels has the puck now on the far side, far corner. He's harassed by Ivan Zivlak, and the puck comes out of the zone yet again. So Stonehill regrouping again. Devlin O'Brien flips the puck in. Zivlak racing after it there.
Trying to get it in deep behind the defense, but they've not been able to, as Marquis covers that one up. But you can see that's what a couple times Stonehill has tried to do it. They just can't win the battle to the puck. Can't win the race.
Yeah, and I think, obviously on the penalty kill, if you're Merrimack, blocking shots is a pretty key component to that all the time. But I would think today, I think you saw Bookman lay out and block that shot early in the Stonehill power.
Yeah, and just getting in lanes. I mean, that's what it's all about on the power play or the penalty kill, right? I mean, talk about it all the time.
Brady Hunter on the point in this power play unit. Hunter carries the puck down low, tries to work it in front. Spence makes the save. Marquis makes the save and covers it up. I've been mixing this up all day. So it's Spencer Marquis.
Right.
A couple years ago, Merrimack had a wide receiver, Marquis Spence. I've been mixing. I've caught myself doing that about 4 or 5 times here in the first period. Spencer Marquis, though, is the goaltender today.
Marquis, one of the marquees to the game.
Exactly. He makes the save there.
And he's got 7 so far.
Emerson and O'Brien on the draw. Stonehill ends up winning it. Campione sends the puck across. Schreifel's shot gets blocked by Emerson and goes to the corner. Bookman battling for it there. Misak in there for Merrimack as well. Brady Hunter digging away for Stonehill. Puck comes back up top for Campione. Schreifels again with a shot. It gets blocked by Misak. Puck in front to Brady Hunter, and Stonehill ties the game. On the power play, Brady Hunter, the former Warrior, gets one here against his former team, and we've got a 1-1 game with 1:29 left in the first period.
Power play goal, 18:31 the time, so Brady Hunter makes it the first goal of his career for Stonehill and puts that one in. You see, after one guy lays out and blocks a shot, the puck comes to Hunter, and he fires that one in quickly. Pretty good block there, I thought, by Misak, but still, Hunter right there to get the rebound and put it in. Didn't waste any time. Not much that the goaltender could do about that one. And we are all even up at 1-1.
Yeah, the puck kind of trickled right back out into the slot there for Hunter after the block. The puck makes its way to the Stonehill bench. That's Brady Hunter's first career goal.
Yeah, he didn't have one last year, right?
I'm checking. Yeah, no, he did not. 2 assists. So first goal for Brady Hunter.
Yeah.
Comes in the place where he started his collegiate career.
That's right. Good for him.
Harrison Roy dumps the puck in for the Warriors.
That's a real important goal for Stonehill, especially if they played well for so much of the period. Go to the locker room down 1, potentially could be deflating, but they get that goal late.
Merrimack trying to get the puck out now. Roy pressured from behind by Granda. He tries to work the puck to the middle. Caden Cranston there to tip it up and out of his own. Puck gets sent back down the Merrimack end. Powell back to get it. Ends now behind the goal line. Merrimack trying to set up a breakout here. Roy tries to get it up to Cranston. Puck trickles through and comes back down.
They wanted too many men,
and they're going to get it, yeah. Merrimack, second too many men penalty of the weekend. The Warriors had in the exhibition game yesterday, had a too many men penalty called, so.
Merrimack bench minor penalty, 2 minutes, too many men.
Merrimack is going to go back on the penalty kill here with 35.9 seconds to go.
I was trying to count when that happened. Was it that? I mean, the guy that came on, that he played the puck, that was the problem.
That's that, exactly.
Right. If he hadn't played the puck, they might have gotten away with it.
Yeah. Emerson on the draw, opposite Devlin O'Brien. So big opportunity here for Stonehill. I mean, 35 seconds is a quarter of their power play.
I mean, look, I think if you're Merrimack, you're outshot here 8-5. You took a penalty like that you shouldn't have taken. I mean, when those things happen, they're always mental mistakes, right? That's not the type of thing that you needed to do in the first period when in a situation that you're in with your, with your inexperienced goaltender. I'm sure that's one of the things they'll talk about.
Rifles with the puck, top of the zone to Orr. Orr takes a shot. It's blocked in front by Marquis, and he covers it up. I did it again there. I'm going to call him Spence, I think, most of the day. By the third period, I'll get it right.
Well, probably the biggest save for a goaltender there in that situation is the first one you make after you give one up.
Yeah.
And it's on the power play. The other team's power play.
Seemed like he did a good job tracking that through traffic, too. I mean, he had some big bodies in front, but you watched him on the replay, track the puck through that traffic. Schwenninger was one of the bodies, I believe, in front there. Schwenninger now on the draw against Kalen Fitzpatrick. 8.5 seconds to go. Puck goes to the corner. Merrimack going to try to kill it there. Young, though. Puck comes back out in front, and Marquis makes another save with his shoulder, and time is going to expire in period number 1. So Stonehill will have a minute and a half of power play time to go in the second period. They're going to enter the second period in a 1-1 game with Merrimack.
Yeah, again, I thought Stonehill did a lot of what they wanted to do for the most part in that first period. They outshoot Merrimack 9-5, or now 9-4 now it looks like, unofficially. And they do get the goal on the power play, and they got another power play. It's going to carry over into the second. You know, I thought that in terms of, they didn't allow Merrimack very much. They only give up 4 shots on goal, and they had that, they had that one bad shift maybe. One bad shift that probably is the one that cost them. Otherwise, they're leading this game.
Chart at the end of the first period. Merrimack had one shot attempt that came from below the top of the circles, and it was the goal.
Yeah, the no goals. So, we talked about it as the period was going along, that they weren't able to get pucks through. Stonehill did a nice job of blocking those lanes and not allowing those opportunities, but that's an area I think certainly Scott Bork's team, they want to do better in for this second period of play. So we're about ready now for the start of the second here at J. Tom Lawler Arena, Merrimack College. 1-1, Stonehill and Merrimack, the first game of the season, first countable game, first game of count in the records of the season for both teams, as each team had an exhibition game yesterday afternoon, and today they meet for the first of 2 times this season in non-league play. This one here at Merrimack, they'll play again on November 12th, and that game actually be a neutral site game down at Warrior Ice Arena, the practice home of the Boston Bruins down in Boston. So opening draw is won there by Stonehill. Remember, they remain on the power play for another minute and change. And the puck is then deflected into the zone. Thought it might have been touched with a high stick, and yes, that is indeed the call. And it should bring the draw back down with just a minute and 12 seconds to go in the first period. Mike, another thing that jumped out, I think, on the stat chart there, Merrimack 4 shots on goal, kind of related to what you said. They attempted only 13, only 4 of those got through.
Yeah.
You got to get at least 50% of your attempts have got to end up on net, and that didn't happen.
That's a byproduct, too, of where those shot locations were coming from, too. Like we said, so many of them from above the tops of the circles, where Stonehill able to pack things in front, and a lot of pucks getting through. A lot of them get blocked. 7 blocks in that period for Stonehill.
Yeah, they did a lot of the things I think they wanted to do in that first period. Overall, I think they'll be pretty happy with it.
I mean, they blocked more than 50% of Merrimack shot attempts.
And you see Orr, he puts that one in. Evan Orr for Stonehill puts that in deep and goes after it. Only the one man back out there along the blue line is Stonehill trying to create some pressure here on the power play. Puck comes back to the point where it's gathered up there by Ireland, and of course he'll play the left point on this power play unit. Circling out of the corner there. And a shot by Ireland coming in off the wing. Puck was deflected up and out of play. Don't know if Marquis got a piece of it or not, but
I think he got a piece of the first one.
Yeah, might have.
Yeah, that first attempt, it looked like he got a piece up with his pad. We'll see here is Raina came out of the corner with the puck. I think the first shot, yes, he did. He got a pad on the first one, and then that second bid.
Yeah, deflected, I think, by Zivlak, who seems like he's had a number of blocks in this game already for Merrimack from the defensive position. So Andrew Levitz goes back to stop the puck, and still 20 seconds on the Stonehill power play. They're 1 for 1, trying to make it 2 for 2. Campione will now leave it back there for Schreifels, and then sent on the left side. The shot comes in off the wing. Another save is made by Marquis, and then a shot after that by Heath goes up and out of play. It's going to keep the draw, though. Must have been deflected out of play. It's going to be.
It was, yeah. I think off of Isak's diving in front of the puck there to get a block.
Well, I've certainly seen Merrimack do that, what they needed to do in terms of trying to get in front of pucks. But Stonehill's been able to get some through as well.
Yeah, I think Isak got a stick on that puck. He was diving in front of it as well, but good effort there from the transfer defenseman.
Yep, there's 4 seconds to go now. on the power play. Draws one by Merrimack. Emerson will go off the boards and out. And that will do it for the Skyhawks power play. They are now 1 for 2. Puck dumped in. Bookman gets it from Merrimack. Around the boards, deflected up and out. And now here comes Venuto. Venuto with a quick shot. The save is made. He followed up the rebound, but save on the rebound is made by Andrew Levitz, and that will bring us to a whistle with 18-17 left now in the second. You see a nice feed up ice. They find Venuto coming up the wing.
Good effort there by Venuto. I mean, he's a big body. I talked to him after the game yesterday. He obviously describes himself as a power forward, 6'3", 220. That shouldn't be a surprise, but deceptively fast. I mean, he had a similar effort on the goal yesterday where he kind of used his feet to beat his man to the outside and found some space there on the goal. Similar situation there.
Bringing it into the zone is Campione for Stonehill into the far corner. Being worked there now behind the net. Campione still chasing it down, but Merrimack will gain control off the turnover. And this is Deneau. Drops it back, looking for Powell, but read nicely by Stonehill. And coming back the other way is Galante. Galante to Orr on the right side. Now he will throw it back to the point. The shot in from the point. Gibson, and the save is made by Marquis.
Big glove save there from Spencer Marquis. You see his defenseman in front of him give him a little tap.
Yeah.
Again, he's tracked pucks well. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing. He's never played in a game with opponents and even teammates this size before. So having to track the puck through that traffic, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched a ton of high school hockey up in Maine. I've watched a little bit here in Massachusetts. There's not a lot of 6'4", 6'3", 225-pounders out there the way there are in this game today.
Zivlak ties his man up behind the net. Merrimack comes into control of it with Grabel. Skates it out to center ice. Tried to find Fitzpatrick, knocked off his stick. Grabel follows it up, skates into the slot. Tried to find Fitzpatrick back, but that one ends up getting broken up. It goes to the corner. Young from the right boards. A save is made there. Got that one through traffic. Save made by Andrew Levitz. Hasn't seen a lot of pucks tonight, but that's the 6th save of the night for him so far. Granda working in the right corner. Zivlak, who's seemed to be involved in a lot of plays so far tonight. He makes a play there to get the puck out of harm's way. And now it is flipped up and out by Tyler Young of Merrimack. It's gathered up now by Campione and sent into the Merrimack zone. Kept in there by Karlstrom, left point. And now behind the net. Back from the point, it is O'Brien. Back to his man, and now Tyler Young. Pokes it free, goes off on a break. The shot is deflected, does not even get through. Good defensive play. I think that was O'Brien back. No, sorry, Campione to break that one up. For the Skyhawks, who now come back the other way. Schreifels loses it off the dribble, and picking it up from Merrimack is Misak out to center ice. Back now to Gibson. He sends it back, but gathered up by Weiland, who will throw it down into the Stonehill zone. Scrum along the boards, and coming out of it with the puck is going to be Chambers. We have a call coming now against Stonehill. This will be a delayed call as Marquis comes to the bench for the extra man. Bookman now tripped up there. There may be 2 calls.
I think they may get both here. It looked like the second official put his arm in the air when Bookman was tripped. We're going to talk about this for a second, but it did look like, you can see Bookman carrying the puck here. I mean, that's a pretty clear trip, I think.
Stonehill bench minor. 2 minutes, too many men.
That's the only one they call.
Yeah, Venuto's talking to the official about that right now, I think. It looked like, I thought the second official put his arm in the air after the trip. The first official, I think Rouliard had his arm in the air for the too many men. I thought Berard put his arm in the air on the trip, which is why I thought we were going to get both calls there, but
yeah, they dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, Scott Board looking for an explanation.
Yep. Joel Lennon is going to serve it for Stonehill. You see him go into the box there. Merrimack's second opportunity of the game. They're 0 for 1. Cranston Back to Bookman. Bookman's shot is deflected and up and out of play. Still a minute 54 on the power play. And each team has been called for a bench minor for too many men here in this game.
Early in the season, you see, things aren't real crisp yet, and you might have some too many men penalties, some of those mental error penalties. Maybe guys aren't as sharp, teams aren't as sharp as they will be in January, March.
Emerson wins the draw for Merrimack on the power play. Back to Cranston, trying to see if we can get it to Bookman. Looking. He does. Deneau off the wing, off the post. Deneau hits the post. Looking for what would have been his second of the night. Bookman, a nice play to keep it in. Cross ice to Deneau. Looking, forced to the corner. Behind the net. Now back to the right point, Cranston. Looking. Back to Bookman. Over to Deneau, trying to find him, and a shot through traffic. Might have. Andrew Leverett might have gotten a piece of that. It comes to the boards.
I think it hit Venuto's leg, too.
Puck thrown out high in the slot. Bookman again throws it in. That one, a save is made. The puck lay there for a second in the slot, but cleared by the Skyhawks. Now Deneau again. This unit remains out there. Cranston down low, looking for Venuto, but just ahead of him. Circles around the net. Now being chased to in the corner. Big hit, heavy hit there by Schreifels.
Looked like that may have been up high, too. Merrimack bench wanted another call there.
Now we do have a whistle for these players on top of the puck.
Yeah, the officials got to do something to keep this in check here. I mean, that was... We got a lot of pushing and shoving there, but why? Because of the high hit that came in the corner, I think. Merrimack bench wanted a call right there. I mean, Deneau is hunched over a little bit, but the onus is on the player delivering the hit to make sure that it's not high.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want your players to play physical like that, and Stonehill's been effective so far in the penalty kill. Nothing does come of that. But there will be a draw deep in the Stonehill end with still 38 seconds to go on the Merrimack power play. Draw is won by Bono. Now back to Powell. Left point. Over to Colby ends, and now in deep behind the net. Not much time left here. Just 25 seconds to go on the Warrior power play. 1-1 our score. Merrimack and Stonehill, first game of the season for both teams. After an exhibition game yesterday. Now ends. Looking over to Powell. Powell carries in down low. Swaps positions with Roy. Now Powell over to Roy. Quick shot is deflected and comes to the boards. Now back to Powell. Left point. The man is out of the box. We are even up again at 5-5. A shot in by Powell. Scrum around the net. Finally cleared by the Skyhawks. And Merrimack goes to 0 for 2 on the power play.
Icing called there in Stonehill, so they're not able to get a change. Really good net front presence there by Bono. It's the reason why there was a scoring chance there. Bono just had Androlitz boxed out, had his defender boxed out. And Androlitz looks like he's dealing with maybe a little bit of snow in the face, or he did lose his stick. There was a lot of contact there at the top of the crease on this play. You see Bono kind of box his man out, and then some contact there, sticks flying at pucks. I don't know if he got one up underneath. Sometimes you can get the goalies will get the stick kind of up underneath the chin, up where the mask kind of ends.
Plus, if you get some snow up there too, you want to get that off your face.
Yeah,
clear that off. Either way, he's looked good in this game too, Andrew Leverett, I thought.
Yeah,
you know,
again, like
if he's going to be the guy,
experience.
Yeah, if he's going to be the guy for Stonehill, you know, this is a good start for him. Puck comes out now to center ice. Grabel for Merrimack. Off the stick of Weiland and into the Stonehill zone. Andrew Leverett comes out to play it. Sends it around the boards, trying to see if he can find his teammate there. Lante is working the boards, working with Zivlak. Zivlak keeps it in. Zivlak's looked good here tonight. Been a very solid, calming presence back there on the blue line. But with our score, Merrimack 1 and Stonehill 1. 12:48 to go, second period. We're back with more after this. ESPN Plus. This is Warrior Hockey.
Meet the new Target Circle 360. With unlimited same-day delivery, so you can get what you need when you need it. better in every way. That's the new Target Circle 360.
I wanted to pair the barbecue skewers with a drink that is whiskey forward, because that's how my Lola would like it. Bullet is aged in charred American oak barrels, and I think that really brings out the char of the barbecue.
Starting your college search, look no further than Merrimack. With over 160 innovative academic programs, guaranteed internships, and Division I athletics, Merrimack is a caring community filled with energy and spirit. Students and families are invited to learn more at an open house on Sunday, October 20th, Sunday, November 3rd, or Saturday, December 7th. You can register now at merrimack.edu/visit.
Merrimack band there you see. Their first game of the season as well. Back underway now. And the shot coming in, actually crashing the net there, was Bookman. But the puck comes out to center ice. Venuto tips it into the zone behind the net. Comes around the boards. Misfire on that one by Cetera. It comes down into the Merrimack end. Working the puck in the corner. Cetera is there along with Bookman. And there also is Grinda for the Skyhawks. And finally, battle won by Merrimack. Venuto will skate it out to center ice. Dumps it in. It's deflected by Jatishny and now goes behind the, deep into the Stonehill zone, rather. They will start back quickly. Had some contact there at center ice between Deneau and Ireland, but nothing comes of that. Puck deep in the Merrimack end. They will start now behind their goaltender, Stephen Marquis, who has made 11 saves so far and 12 shots.
Yeah, things definitely getting a little more physical here in the second period on both sides.
Puck left behind the net there. Andrew Levitz now he sends it up the right boards and sent up into the Merrimack zone. Powell will chase it down. Chasing there as well for Stonehill is going to be Teddy Lagerback, transfer from Miami. Deneau now run into, but gets the puck up ice. Cranston circles up top of the circle, throws it in deep, looking for connection behind the net. Now Cranston crashed the net. His shot is stopped and now thrown in again by Powell. Big hit by Roy. Puck out now to center ice. Hunter gets it. Brady Hunter, the Merrimack transfer. He's able to find his man before the puck then goes deep in the zone. And now looking for a shot. There's Lagerback. It goes just wide of the net. And Bono will skate it out for Merrimack. To Deneau. Stolen there at center ice by Lagerback. And sent to the Merrimack zone. Chased down by Hunter, but Enns gets there first. Up to Powell. Up at center ice to Weiland. Backhander in deep. Bono goes after. Sent out at center ice where Zivlak will try to get there first, and he does. Gets it into the zone deep. Weiland knocked down there along the boards. Gets up and goes back after it. Rebel off boards, a shot there ends up getting deflected out front and then coming to the right boards, now out to center ice where Rebel will get it again. Trevor Rebel had a pretty good year last year, dealing with some injuries as well, but looks like he's going to be a key part of the blue line again this year. As the Skyhawks will ice the puck with 9:44 to go in the second. Shots even up at 12-12 in the game. Score is 1-1. Both our goals came back in the first period. Ty Deneau for Merrimack and Brady Hunter on the power play for Stonehill.
Both teams, like we said, starting to up the physicality a little bit here. You see it in front of the net, you see it along the walls. Both teams finishing checks, probably more so than they were in the first period. It's actually resulted in a little bit more of a wide open play, some more back and forth chances. Usually it's the opposite, right? Things get slowed down with some physicality, but it's almost opening up some areas in the ice where both teams are trying to keep things pretty clogged up in the first 20 minutes.
Fitzpatrick to take the draw. He will go against Lettinen, and Lettinen wins it. Chases it down as well. Skyhawks trying to start out of their own end, and they do. Now this is Campione. on the left side, trying to find O'Brien. A quick shot and save by the goaltender Marquis. And puck is thrown in front. I think Skyhawks thought it might have ended up in the net, but it didn't. Now Merrimack will come back. Tyler Young in deep in the corner. What did you think happened there, Mike? I was kind of surprised that they seemed to think that it was a goal.
Yeah, I actually thought it may have been tucked under the bar. We'll see if they review this, or if maybe this is a challenge by Stonehill once we get a whistle. It was close. I mean, it was similar to a couple of the shots, like Harrison Roy's shot that they reviewed yesterday, that looked like it got the underside of the crossbar. I didn't hear a sound. Sometimes
yeah, I didn't either. Right.
To hear that sound, that's why it makes me wonder if Stonehill's going to challenge this, and we may get a look at it here.
This is Galante. Quick shot goes wide. Out to Cetera, but gathered up by Stonehill. Galante will then throw it in deep. Powell trying to get it out of the Merrimack zone off the boards, but Skyhawks will keep it in. That was Katie. Puck now with the right boards. Katie will keep it in again. Puck is thrown in front now by Schweninger. Actually, that was Evanor. Now another shot. Slap shot by Galante goes wide of the net. Stonehill with some pressure here. Or over on the left side. Puck comes to Gaudette. Shot wide.
Yeah, Merrimack in real trouble here. They need to get a change.
They get the puck up and out of the zone. Emerson will chase it down now. Nice play there to circle it around the net and find the backhand pass to Cetera, but the bouncing puck hopped over his stick. Rebel to ends, dumped in the net, into the zone, and chased down there by Roy. He throws it in deep. It's now behind the net, and getting there first is Orr. Around to now picked up by Cranston. Pass in front over the stick of Rebel. Now Deneau looking. His shot is blocked. And we're going to have a call. It's a trip. It's on Stonehill, I believe. Looks that way. We will find out. We'll give you the call when we get back with the score. Merrimack 1 and Stonehill 1. Back with more after this. Lawler Arena
Stonehill
on
penalty.
ESPN Plus. This is Warrior Hockey. 1-1 our score, Stonehill and Merrimack. Merrimack's about to go on the power play for the third time, and this is why. We'll see it right here, Mike.
Yeah, a trip right there away from the play. As Harrison Roy got hauled down going for a puck, and some players colliding there. But here's the chance that we talked about earlier that we thought we may have seen a challenge on, but we don't. You see the puck, looks like it hit the bottom side of the crossbar. You give Steve Rouliard credit. He's right on the goal line. He called no goal right away. No challenge from Stonehill. I thought it's just weird. You don't hear the sound, right? Usually, right. You're saying you can hear that pipe, but it may have caught the underside of the crossbar.
It might have. From that replay, what did you think? Did it look like it was in or not in?
Close. I mean, close enough that I think it was worthy of a challenge.
Yeah, maybe. Right. You're risking your time out there, effectively, right?
Exactly. And obviously on the challenge, they would have the overhead camera there, which would give you the best look at it.
Right. What we saw there definitely was definitive. That may be why they decided not to do it. Tough call there. You're right, though. So Merrimack will go on their third power play of the game here. 1-1 our score. Shot is blocked. Shot off the stick of Deneau. Nice shot by Stonehill once again, getting in lanes. That looked like that was Schreifels with the block. Deneau again back now. His attempted pass is deflected in the air, but gathered up by Cranston. Nice move there around his man. He's able to find Emerson with a quick shot in front. Now several players battling for the puck. Stonehill trying to get it out of there, and they do, out to the boards, and that's O'Brien. And up and out of the zone. Good hustle back there by Hunter. He's played a good game tonight, Brady Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one thing we saw last year in the games he got in. Scott Bork used to say it, the motor doesn't stop. He's a high motor player who doesn't quit. You see it on plays like that.
Yeah. This is Cranston, with Merrimack still having 43 seconds on the power play. Now Powell. Hits it in deep, but Stonehill gets there first. Clear the zone again. Now Bono on the right side. That pass is going to be offside. Should bring the draw back down into the Merrimack end.
Yeah, it's good, I think.
But still 29 seconds to go on the power play. So power play we can still see tonight here, Mike. There's still some work to do.
Yeah, I thought their second power play was the best that the unit has looked. The first one, not too many chances. This one's been a little disjointed as well, but that second power play earlier here in the second period was probably the one where they had the best chances. Again, just like everything else, though, a lot of new players, and I would say the same thing about Stonehill's power play. A lot of new players, they've worked on power play units over the last month in practice, but I mean, in reality, until you're out there against another colored jersey, it can be difficult to really work on exactly what you're going to do in some of those situations. They're moving the draw here to the neutral zone, right outside the Stonehill zone.
Why is that?
I think it had to do with where they thought Roy sent the pass. Roy sent the pass that brought Satira offside. If it was on the outside part of the blue line, which I think it was,
then
it's a neutral zone draw.
Right.
Yeah, not all the way down the other end.
It was close, no question about it.
It was close, yeah. Roy was kind of circling there right at the blue line.
Powell breaks the stick, and that allows a break coming in. And he is hauled down there by Ends, but it looked like an opportunity there for Galante, and it is going to be a penalty shot.
So Spencer Marquis is going to face a penalty shot. I mean, you can't write a script like this.
No.
This is, and you know, I was going to say when the penalty happened, you'll see it here. All starts.
55 for Merrimack. As a penalty shot optional liner, Stonehill is elected for a penalty shot.
I think if you're Ends, I mean, you're doing all you can. You're trying to stop that breakaway. He did probably have enough room. You know, I think Galante had enough room where it was a reasonable call on the penalty shot.
Right.
As soon as it happened, I said, oh, that might be a penalty shot.
All right, here it is.
There you go.
Anthony Galante, the sophomore, will skate in, a chance to give Stonehill the lead. Here he comes against Spencer Marquis. Galante makes the move and loses it off the dribble. No goal.
The place explodes for Spencer Marquis on the penalty shot. Like I said, you can't write a script like this. Galante tried to make a move here. I think he lost a handle on the puck right at the end. This last move right there. Yep.
He tried to be a little too pretty with it, I think. See that? Tried to go back maybe between the legs, then lost it off the dribble. Get the shot there. Doesn't even end up with the shot on goal. I'm sure if he had that over to do again, he'd do it differently.
I think if he had a chance to do it again, he's probably just skating down and shooting the puck.
Sure.
Like Pasternak, right? David Pasternak and shootouts at the end of the game. He pretty much takes 3 strides and rips a shot.
The power play is now up. Both teams back to even strength at 5-on-5. And Stonehill has now killed all 3 of the Merrimack power plays. As we near the 5-minute mark of the second period in what is still a 1-1 game. Similar to last year's game between these two teams, Mike, when Merrimack had to pull it out with a 3-2 victory. This one close again. Puck is then sent deep in the zone. Merrimack trying to see if they can generate some offense. Probably their best stretch of the game so far, the first few minutes of this second period. As Emerson collects it on the right boards. Emerson circles, looks. Circles again, trying to find some space. Sacco's going to come off. They're actually going to change up there as Emerson sends it in deep. Bono working deep in the boards. Emerson there as well. Puck comes off the board. Satera trying to get to it, but collected there by the Skyhawks and out to center ice. Now sent back in by Misak. Over to O'Brien of Stonehill. Finds a pass up at center ice as it comes to Granda and out into the zone. Granda will carry it with that big body, but then it's poked off of his stick there by Bookman. Bookman tries to send it the length of the ice, try to find Satera, but it is just ahead of him. This will be icing. And result in a face-off. Back in the Merrimack end to the right of goaltender Spencer Marquis, who you see there, has stopped 13, or rather 12 of the 13 shots that he has faced. Only goal that's beaten him, Mike, has been a power play goal.
Yeah, and we should point out, too, as of right now, things may change this week, but as of right now, not only is Spencer Marquis starting this game, he's Merrimack's starter on Friday night when they play at Minnesota State. As of now, there's some things that may happen, which you know, maybe the eligibility issue for Kais gets worked out, or Lundgren, even the rule that's keeping him out of the lineup right now, that rule could change this week, which I would think may give Merrimack the opportunity for a waiver, but as of right now, he's getting 2 starts. He looks good so far.
He does, and with our score, Merrimack 1 and Stonehill 1. Late in the second period of play here. We're back with more after this on ESPN+. This is Warrior Hockey. All right, no change after all, and so we'll keep it here. And Powell off the draw. Powell trying to find it down low. Harrison Roy with a shot. Shot is stopped right at the edge of the net by Andrew Levitz, and now we will take a break. 1-1 our score, and back with more after this. This is Warrior Hockey.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
Kamala's plan will raise families' taxes by nearly $2,600 a year. Under Kamala, prices have already soared. Now she'd make it worse with even higher taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
President Trump will cut taxes again. No taxes on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Warrior fans, Merrimack has embarked on an historic and bold new campaign which will propel us to national leadership as a top Catholic research university by innovating, growing, serving, and winning. Together we can shape Merrimack's future. Together we rise. Visit merrimack.edu/together we rise.
3:41 left, second period, 1-1 our score. No scoring here in the second. Mike, so here's the big question, right? With Spencer Marquis being pressed into service in goal, who's doing his job?
That's a good point. Yeah,
his job as assistant equipment manager. They need somebody to do that, right?
Everybody's picking up the slack.
I guess so.
You know, it's a trickle down.
Stonehill wins the draw, and puck is bodied out of the zone there by Galante. He'll chase it down. Looks like we'll have a call here. I think this one's going to be against Merrimack. Stonehill still battling deep in the zone. Galante looking, back to the point. Gaudette throws it in deep behind the net, and puck touched by Merrimack. And we will have a call here. And I think this is going to result in the fourth foul.
Merrimack number 37, 2-minute minor for tripping.
Yeah, you see, it was almost an inadvertent trip there by Zach Bookman, though still a trip. I mean, he was losing his balance and fell into the path of a Stonehill skater, which resulted in the trip.
Time of the call, 16:37. Bookman for a trip. And Stonehill to go on their third power play of the game. Plus, they've had the penalty shot. Which, does Marquis get credit for a save on that? Or I don't know if he does.
I'm not sure, honestly, yeah. We're going to give him credit for it, though, even if it's an unofficial save.
Merrimack is now out shooting Stonehill in the game 15-13 after Stonehill had a 9-4 edge in the first. Skyhawks with the puck on the power play. Campione at the point. Now leaves it for Heath. Right boards over to Schreifels. Shot in deep is blocked, and now Hunter looking. Hunter has the goal for Stonehill, and it came on the power play with this unit. Schreifels looking. Down low. Back up high in the slot. It's stolen by Fitzpatrick for Merrimack, and he gets it out to center ice. Stonehill will regroup, and Hunter has it. Minute 15 to go on the power play. Stonehill scored a late power play goal in the first to tie the game. They have a chance here to take the lead late in the second. Puck deep in the corner. Right corner to the left of Merrimack goaltender Spencer Marquis. Which are four words I don't think we thought we'd say before this weekend. Now Orr for Stonehill, trying to find a lane. Left boards over to Heath. Now back to Orr. He throws it in deep, and the save is made again through traffic, Mike, as Marquis is able to see that one and cover up.
Well, it's funny, even yesterday when we were talking with Scott Porter before the game, he had said, telling us the story, he was saying Spencer may have to start, Spencer may have to play. And we had joked, I said, well, in case he goes in, this is the exhibition game yesterday, in case he goes in, what's his last name? Now, remember, he just started. He's a first-year student manager, and he said, let me go find out. So he was going to be the starting goaltender today, and I mean, obviously they knew his name was Spencer, but they weren't even, at least Coach Borg wasn't yet sure of the last name. I mean, that's how quickly this thing has come together. It's crazy.
It's wild, and You know, as you found out, as we found out, there's a lot of things that have to happen for a student athlete to be eligible to play Division I sports. I don't think we even knew that before this weekend.
Yeah,
but he had to go through all kinds of things at the last minute. Physicals, tests, things like that, paperwork, all sorts of things. Scrambling once they found out that they were going to need him to play.
From what I found out, that was happening late Friday night. I mean, into like late Friday evening.
Yeah,
to
the point that his mother had to bring his equipment down from Maine.
Yeah.
And then they had to get some of the coaches out there late at night on Friday to actually, once he got the equipment, to get him out on the ice and start working with him.
Because that's an important thing, too. He wasn't able to practice. They didn't know this was going to be an issue until Friday.
Right, he couldn't skate with the team.
So it's not like he's practiced all week and had an opportunity to take pucks. The first pucks he saw were off the assistant coach's sticks late Friday night and today in pregame skate.
Back to even strength, 5-on-5. Stonehill now goes to 1 for 3 on the power play. Merrimack is 0 for 3. 1-1 game as we near the 1 minute mark of the second period. Here come the Skyhawks. Shot in off the wing, off the stick of Granda, goes wide. Comes out to center ice. Gibson looking up the left side to Granda. He throws it in deep behind the net. Chasing it down is Galante. Right corner. Trying to work the puck out. Stonehill trying to get a final minute opportunity here, second period, but Merrimack comes up with it. This is Colby Enns. He battles. And Galante ends up winning that one and gets it out. And a shot that goes wide of the net. Stonehill continuing to work. Enns now circles it around. David Sacker goes off the boards, but deflected back in the zone. And finally, Bono able to clear. Sacker backhands it in deep. Chases it down. Picked up there now by Chambers of the Skyhawks. Puck is angled off the glass and up deep into the Merrimack zone. No icing. Gravel will follow it down there. Gathered up by the Skyhawks, but Cranston picks it up from Merrimack and carries it into center ice. Now he's knocked down at the buzzer, and with no scoring in the second period of play, he scores the same at the end of the second as it was at the end of the first period of play. And it is Merrimack 1 and Stonehill 1, as you see. Merrimack comes out to congratulate their goaltender, Spencer Marquis, and they will go to the locker room in a 1-1 game. Our score, again, after 2 is Merrimack 1 and Stonehill 1, right here on ESPN+. This is Warrior Hockey.
Liberty.
Back here at Lawler Arena, campus of Merrimack College, 1-1 our score. Stonehill and Merrimack. Mike McMahon, no scoring in that second period, but no shortage of action.
No, and like we said, it was a little more physical in that period as well, but a couple of scoring chances, some big saves. You see one here from Antonio Panuto using the speed, but Angolos with the save there. For Stonehill, that was one of Merrimack's best chances of the period. Panuto, similar play yesterday on a goal against Sacred Heart, kind of using that speed down the right side, but Angolos with a nice save there to keep the puck out, keep the game tied. Stonehill had a good chance here on a play that we thought may have even entered the net. Oh, no, sorry, no, that was the Marquis save. That was the Marquis glove save. That brought the crowd alive here at Lawler. Here's the chance where we thought Stonehill may have had a puck that tucked under the crossbar, but no goal. And of course, Anthony Galante had the penalty shot on Spencer Marquis in that second period. Lost the handle of the puck there at the last second. No goal. You can almost see it on Galante's face right at the end. He looks up at the lights like, oh. But anyway, those are the highlights of the second period. A couple of saves from Marquis, big save from Androlis. Penalty shot, and of course, we're still here 1-1 going into our final 20 minutes of play.
Shot attempts pretty even, shots on goal as well. Penalties, not too much that has been called. Both teams have had 3 opportunities really for Stonehill. You have the end penalty shot as a result, but they are 1 for 3, Merrimack 0 for 3. And we're now ready for the start of the third period of play. Stonehill and Merrimack tied up at 1. Here to bring you all the action for the third is Mike McMahon.
Puck goes down behind the Stonehill net. Skyhawks won the draw. Cam got depth back to play it. Again, Merrimack set up in that neutral zone structure. Stonehill, though, stretching the ice. Ireland was set up all the way down at the attacking blue line. He was shaded there by Zach Bookman. Caden Cranston backhands the puck in. Gaudette back to get it for Stonehill. Pressured by Cranston on the forecheck. Bookman slides the puck through to Roy. Roy tries to get it into the slot. Hits a body and trickles into the neutral zone. Misak over to his D partner, Bookman. Has a lead pass for Cranston, a little too far in front of him. Now Misak with a hit on Ireland. Rained it down to try to get the puck for Stonehill. Cranston loses the handle on it behind the net. Misak near side to Kalen Fitzpatrick. Cranston chips the puck over to Ty Deneau. Deneau enters the goal with speed. Good move there. And it's shot on goal. Androlic's got a shoulder on that puck to keep it out. Ty Deneau had the goal earlier for Merrimack. Puck thrown in behind the Merrimack net. Seamus Powell back to get it. He's pressured by Devlin O'Brien, driven into the wall. Nick Pierre now through the neutral zone. Chips the puck off the backhand board into Tyler Young, who takes a shot and hits the post. Seamus Powell keeps the puck in, rifles it from the boards, and Drolitz covers it up for a whistle.
So two pretty good chances for Merrimack early on here. First couple of shifts of the third period. That's one of the questions I had, Mike, was how do you respond here in the third period in a game where, you know, a lot of things maybe haven't gone the way that you would like. There's the post off the shot from Tyler Young. But you got to come out in games like this when it's a 1-1 game at home and try to defend home ice. And certainly Stonehill's trying to do the same thing as a road team. And so that's one of the things we're going to find out here early on is how do you deal with adversity in a close game.
Puck goes behind the Stonehill net. Fitzpatrick trying to pressure there. Stonehill ends up dumping the puck all the way down. We're going to get an icing. I was just texting with somebody in between periods, Mike. It's been a movie script of a game so far for Spencer Marquis, but we got to determine. We don't know. What we're going to figure out here in these last 30 minutes is whether or not he gets the Rocky 1 or Rocky 2 ending.
Yeah, there you go.
He's earned the Rocky 1 ending at the very least. That's
right.
now been determined. But Merrimack hoping he gets the Rocky 2 ending here.
That's pretty good. Did you come up with that or somebody else?
I came up with it in a text. That was
Nice.
the first thing that came to my mind. Bookman over the line for Merrimack. He takes a shot and saved by Androlic's.
You got to think, by the way, that's what they said in between periods is, you know, let's go out and win it for Spencer. I mean, look at what he's given us so far.
Bookman tries to get the puck through from the point. It's blocked. Brady Hunter coming the other way for Stonehill.
By the way, I don't doubt that Stonehill's saying the same thing.
100%.
For Andrew Levitz.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're in a 1-1 game on the road against a Hockey East team.
And again, we say, you know, Andrew Levitz, an experienced goaltender in the sense that he's a grad student, but hasn't played a lot. So he's kind of in the same boat here.
Icing?
Looks like we're going to get an icing here against Merrimack, so
No change.
is unable to change. Again, Drolitz, I mean, he was at Maine for 4 years. Fifth-year player now playing for Stonehill. Only had 8 games, so, you know, different situation, obviously. He's not pressed into emergency action, but still trying to just feel comfortable, you would think, after a few years without a lot of game action up for morning. Emerson chasing this puck down from Merrimack far corner. He's swarmed by Skyhawks with 3 guys on the puck there for Stonehill.
Yeah, they've been real effective, I think, at doing that. You know, outnumbering the puck carrier, taking advantage of the numbers where they had to on the ice.
Wattville with a good backhand play there, just trying to keep the puck on the wall.
They gave up 50-something shots at UNH last night, and so far it's only 18.
Weiland chips it out to the neutral zone. Stonehill regrouping here. Evan Orr's puck through, pass through the middle of the ice gets knocked out of play off the stick of Luke Weiland, so the faceoff will come to center ice.
Puck was deflected into the Merrimack bench. Not a bad turnout here, by the way. First regular season home game. Against a non-league opponent, not a traditional opponent either. Merrimack and Stonehill, this is only the second time they've ever played.
Longtime Division II rivals in all of their sports in the NE10. And Stonehill was in the NEC with Merrimack last year. Merrimack moved into the MAC. Their first year in the MAC this year.
Stonehill basically taking as a school, as an athletic department, the same path that Merrimack did, right?
Same blueprint, yep.
Leaving the Northeast 10, the Division II league, which, you know, again, Division II and NCAA sports is just, it's tiny. There just aren't very many schools. Everybody's Division I or Division III. Division II is kind of an in-between division that is really tough, I think, to make a go of it. And so they decided to make the move like Merrimack had to move their entire athletic department to Division I. And so I don't think they did it specifically for hockey, for instance, whereas, you know, at Merrimack hockey's always been big, always been Division I, really, going back a number of years, well, at least back to the 1980s. Whereas for Stonehill, it's not been their big sport. And so they've kind of had to try to figure out where they belong, what they were going to do, and how they're going to do it. And they seem to be getting there.
Bono with a chance there, and Drolitz makes a save and knocks it to the corner. Puck now on the far wall. Zivlak gets it behind the net for Weiland. Weiland turns with the puck. Again, he's pressured there. Again, you see a lot of purple jerseys swarming the Merrimack puck carriers in the offensive zone. Like you said, Mike, they've done it all night long.
Yeah,
it's prevented Merrimack from generating many chances.
Right, nice job.
Harrison Roy near side. Finds Caden Cranston, middle of the rink. Cranston's pass goes off the stick of Grander and out of play.
They'll play in football in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes.
Is that here?
I believe it's here.
Stonehill is still a member of the Northeast Conference in football.
Yeah, well, yeah,
they're in everything.
Yeah,
so
they're in everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that Merrimack, is Merrimack still in the Northeast for field hockey, I think? That might be the case. I think they're still in it for selected sports, but not most. Of course, they moved to the MAC this year.
And stumps the puck on net.
There is no MAC football league, so they are an independent.
Sacred Heart in the same boat as them in football. Devlin O'Brien sends the puck in from the red line. It's fought for now on the far side. Powell behind the net. Colby ends. Takes it up from the bottom of the right circle. He finds a cross-ice pass to Donnell. Seamus Powell trying to start a breakout here again. Neutral zone play has been pretty tight on both sides. Turnover here. Here comes Andre Schweifels off a turnover. He gets a puck on net. It's stopped by Marquis, and Marquis somehow kept the puck out there with a lot of traffic in front. Merrimack coming the other way. Time to know, coming down the left side with speed. He backhands the puck in front, trying to get it to Caleb Fitzpatrick, but Stonehill Brady Hunter was able to get the puck out of the way, and he carried it up ice to the red line and dumped it in.
We're going to go up and down the ice here now.
All of a sudden, we went from a clogged up neutral zone. I was just about to talk about how there hasn't been a lot of space in the middle of the rink to operate today, and we've had some up and down action. Bookman in the corner. Brady Hunter. Man, we've been saying Brady Hunter's name all day today.
Yeah, he's looked good.
He's everywhere on the ice for Stonehill. Isak, far side, tries to chip it out, gets blocked in there.
Hunter has the only goal for Stonehill. Deneau for Merrimack.
Bookman behind his own net, circles, finds his deep partner Isak on the far side.
Deneau had 2 in the game against Stonehill last year, right?
He did. It was
so
kind of his breakout.
3 of their 4.
Yeah, it was kind of his breakout game, if I remember. That's kind of what propelled him to that second half where he had 10 goals in the last 2 months of the year. Whistle here, and the puck draw's going to come to Indrowitz's left.
Get a look there at Cam Gaudette from Braintree. Transferred from Northeastern. He's got a goal and 5 assists for 6 points in 53 career games. Of course, brother Adam, terrific career.
Yeah, terrific college career, and he's been a really good pro so far. He hasn't stuck in the NHL yet, but you look at his numbers in the American League, and you're trying to figure out how he hasn't got a shot. I think he's had 40 goals in the American Hockey League last 2 years.
You got to think that he's going to get the call soon.
I mean, that's not by accident, right? Stonehill tries to break the puck out here. Satira keeps it in. Menudo right at the blue line, backhands it down behind the goal line. Michael Emerson powers his man off the puck. Then Emerson knocked down by Evan Orr.
Orr's looks good for them too. Transfer from Michigan Tech. Those guys are going to help. You know, we talked again with David Barad before the game, but the fact that you can get those transfers to come in and play right away and help you, I think is going to help him. The job that he has to do is going to be made a little bit easier by the fact that he has those guys.
Sue Black behind the net now for Merrimack, trying to take the puck up to the near side. Goes off the wall, but Galante keeps it in at the blue line. Galante keeps the puck over to the far side. Shot off the stick of Heath, gets blocked. Merrimack coming the other way. It's Michael Emerson. He's just going to dump the puck up over the Stonehill defense. Merrimack going for a change. Weiland, the first man in on the forecheck, but more so just trying to keep Stonehill behind the goal line while Merrimack set up in the neutral zone. Puck comes into the neutral zone now. Bono causes the turnover. Chips it to Weiland. Far boards. Weiland backhands it in. David Sacco keeps the puck low on a cycle for Merrimack. J.J. Granda with the puck for Stonehill. He loses it to Weiland. Weiland gets a shot on net. The puck trickles to the near side wall.
Sacco right there. Puck hopped just over his stick off the rebound.
And down to Powell. Powell with a shot, and Merrimack takes a 2-1 lead. It's Seamus Powell, the first of the year for the transfer from Boston College. Seamus Powell Not only is it his first of the year, it's his second career goal. He scored one at BC 2 years ago. Merrimack 2, Stonehill 1.
Well, the Warriors kept the pressure on in the offensive zone. Saw Bono working it there, and now Enns is able to find Powell. But one of the guys there, David Sacco, is creating chances as well. And the shot by Powell from the left circle. Little bit of a screen there, trying to use the defender as a screen, and gets it up high on the goaltender, Andrew Levitz. And the time of the goal will be 7:18. Merrimack retakes the lead. They led in the first period on the Deneau goal before Hunter tied it for Stonehill. Now Merrimack has the lead again on Seamus Powell's first goal as a Warrior and first goal of the season. It's 2-1.
I think if you're Merrimack, it's going to be interesting to see how they play this now, right? Do you pack things in, try to protect the lead, given the situation? They've played well here at the beginning of the third period. I think you want to try to keep your foot in the gas if you can. 12:20 to go. Stonehill with the puck off the draw. They're going to set up in the offensive zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure you pack it in here or whatever. I think that you take, the best defense.
I don't think you do. Yeah, I don't think you do either, but Stonehill sends the puck down behind the net. It's battled for on the near wall. O'Brien, one of the guys there for Stonehill. Gibson keeps it into the blue line. Gibson to Lettman. Over to Cheersney for the shot. The puck trickled just wide. I think Marquis made a save on the first shot. That just trickled wide of the net. Marquis with another save from the blue line. Now a second chance. That one was off the stick of Hunter. But it's stopped by Marquis. Again, we've said Brady Hunter's name all day. Look, just everywhere on the ice.
He is.
Brady Hunter's, he's on the left side. He's on the right side. He's in the middle. He's making
fans
plays.
Behind Marquis are really giving him a lift.
Two big saves there from
Every
Spencer
time
Marquis.
he makes a save, they go nuts.
This is why you don't want to pack it in, though. Like I said, you want to try to, I think,
You want to get the puck out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
The best defense right now, if you're Merrimack, is the puck being in the offensive zone. Devon O'Brien out there for the Skyhawks. Brady Hunter pressuring Zivlak at the blue line. Zivlak with a shot that sailed just high in the net, just over the crossbar. Ravel keeps the puck down low. Fitzpatrick in the corner. Leaves it for Nick Pierre. Pierre loses a handle on it at the top of the zone, and here comes Stonehill. A chance with some numbers here if they hurry. Brady Hunter ends up getting the puck in deep. Stonehill needing to go for a change.
Enns and Bono get the assists on the goal by Powell.
Zivlak over to Fitzpatrick. He's trying to get the puck into the offensive zone. Merrimack now going for a change. Stonehill breaking the puck up through the middle of the ice. Evan Orr at the blue line tries to find a teammate hunting there through the middle of the ice.
Nice idea.
Nice idea. That was Kyle Heath, but puck ends up getting knocked away to the corner. Heath with a second chance coming out of the corner. Now a puck in front. Looks like it got whacked out of there by Colby Enns. Back up to the blue line. Big hit by Antonio Venuto. Right at the blue line. Again, the physicality stepping up here in this third period.
Yeah, Enns as well for hitting his man behind the net. This is why these guys are here for Merrimack.
Powell back to get the dump here. Backhands it up to Enns. Enns able to get it over to Satira. Emerson with the puck. He's going to do a soft dump off the wall, trying to find Venuto. Puck comes back through. And an offside is going to be called. We are going to go to break, yes. So Merrimack leads it 2-1 on Seamus Powell's his first of the year. You're watching college hockey on ESPN+.
Folks, you can help people affected by Hurricane Helene. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover. Your donation enables the Red Cross to prepare for, respond to, and help people recover from this disaster, and will provide people and communities affected with food, water, emergency shelter, and relief supplies.
Merrimack leads Stonehill 2-1 with 9:46 to go in the third period. See Scott Borick there piecing together this game. Obviously, we've talked all day about the goaltending situation, but Spencer Marquis has been spectacular for Merrimack. 16 saves on 17 shots. Student manager pressed into action late on Friday afternoon. That's when he found out he was going to potentially get the chance to play in this game, and found out yesterday that he was going to be the one who played in this game today.
Yeah, do we know when they actually finally cleared him? I know that hadn't happened, I think, as of face-off yesterday,
It
right?
was during warm-ups yesterday.
It's pretty wild.
He took the ice a little bit late for warm-ups in the exhibition game, and he was late to warm-ups because he wasn't officially cleared yet.
He did dress and sat on the bench. So,
yes.
So does that have to have happened for you to be able to be on the bench? Is that it?
Yeah, just to be on the ice, yeah. Stonehill trying to apply some pressure here. Shot on net. I think Marquis got a piece of that. Puck goes high and wide. Cameron Gaudette with the shot there. Cranston picks the pocket of Orr. Gaudette's going to close on him, though. Cranston does get a shot on. The puck goes to the far side. Backhands are just trying to keep it low and takes a heavy hit. Deneau takes a heavy hit and slow to get up. J.J. Grainda hit Deneau on the far side, and he's having some trouble getting back to the bench. Grainda with the puck now at the red line. Over the line, tries to leave a drop pass for O'Brien. Weiland going to come back up ice for the Warriors. Weiland with some speed. Tyler Young driving in the net. Weiland going to the net with a backhand. The puck is still loose. I think Androlitz has it covered with the glove, and we're going to get a whistle. So we're going to go to a break with 8:21 left in the third period. Merrimack trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead against Stonehill. You're watching Hockey East action on ESPN+.
Fans, visit HockeyEastOnline.com for all your Hockey East informational needs. Stats, highlights, out-of-town scores, or you can follow the league on your favorite social media platform for game day updates.
Merrimack trying to hold on to things here. 8:21 to go. They have a 2-1 lead on Stonehill. Shots on goal unofficially 24-19. We see Ty Deneau there still on the Merrimack bench. That's a good sign. He took a heavy hit from J.J. Grainda on the far wall. Was slow to get to the bench. Scott Borg with a smile on his face talking to Ty. That's got to be a good sign. When your head coach is checking on you, has a smile on his face, and it's one of your best players, it's got to be a good sign that there's some laughing going on there.
You know, especially you think back to last year, Merrimack lost their best player, Alex Jeffries, right at the beginning of the season. Didn't have him for the first month or so. And now, you see that happen. Like, are you going to lose a guy who might be your best player this year? Oh, boy. Yeah, they've already had some injuries to deal with.
Deneau with a goal today, had a goal yesterday as well. Merrimack wins the draw. Zivlak keeps the puck low. Weiland behind the net. Puts the puck back up top to Brabell. Weiland over to Zivlak. Zivlak with a shot from the point. It gets stopped by Androlitz, and now Young battling for the rebound. Young on the near side. Goes top of the zone to Zivlak. Zivlak snaps a wrister, gets deflected, and goes high off the glass. Tyler Young with a big hit there on Devin Karlstrom. Young with the puck. Tries to work it to Sacco. Brabell picks it up. He gets low and into the zone. Brabell keeps the puck low, trying to go to Sacco. Merrimack trying to change some players here in the offensive zone. Puck comes out to the blue line, hopped over Zivlak's stick. Sends it over the far side to Michael Emerson. Puck gets picked up by Satira. Able to keep it low. Leo Chambers bringing the puck out of the zone for Stonehill. Chambers up for Teddy Lagerback, a Miami transfer. He tries to get the puck on net, but it gets deflected and instead goes into the corner. Venuto through the middle of the ice. He gets the puck deep. Emerson with pressure there. Venuto takes the puck out of the corner, tries to get the puck to Satira in the right circle. Gets blocked. Venuto ends up scooping the puck up and just throws it behind the goal line. Merrimack again going for a change. Under 7 minutes to go. Brady Hunter flips the puck in. Misak back to get it. Little backhand flip to Zach Bookman. Tyler Young now on the near side board. Puck gets out to the neutral zone. Cam Gaudette. I don't know where that puck ended up. Either in the Stonehill bench. It looked like Gaudette thought he may have caught it. It ended up as an equipment or in the bench, but he had the whistle with 6:38 to play.
So Stonehill's going to try to get something going here offensively, and they really haven't had much since the first. They had 9 shots in the first. They've only had 9 since the whole rest of the game. Remember, Stonehill had a pretty one-sided edge after 9-4, but now it's been Merrimack that's turned it the other way, 27-18 for the game. So Merrimack's had 23 shots to Stonehill's 9 since the start of the second period.
Evan Orr breaking this puck out for Stonehill. Tries to find Jake Cady up in front of the Merrimack bench, and Stonehill ends up going offside.
You see they shorten the bench here. David Garrard on the Stonehill side, only down by 1. Again, an opportunity for him to see what his team's made of, how they respond to a close game situation like this. There are undoubtedly going to be more of them this year than they were last year.
And this is the time, obviously, when you are going to shorten the bench. 6 minutes to go. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on Androlowicz, too, see when they may decide to go for the extra attacker. Sacred Heart was pretty aggressive with it yesterday. I think they pulled Cullen DeYoung with about 2:12 left on the clock, which I think, we've talked about this before. I think if you're down a goal, it's 2 minutes. If you're down more than one, it's add an additional minute.
Yeah,
so
right.
in this case, if you're Stonehill, you got to be looking at least a 2 minute mark, I think.
Yeah. And in that game yesterday, too, it's an exhibition game. Maybe you do pull it even earlier so you get more time to practice that.
Back out there from Merrimack. That's good to see. He takes a big blocked shot there from Campione, who's back to get the puck from Stonehill in the defensive zone.
Yeah, if you're a Merrimack fan, you're breathing an extra sigh of relief there when you see Ty Deneau back out.
Big hit there by Grabel at the blue line.
Grabel and Schwenninger.
Ireland tries to take the puck to the slot. I think he got slashed.
Yeah.
So Stonehill's going to go on the power play.
Ireland has gone to the box twice, but he's able to draw a call there, big call, with his team down by 1.
So Merrimack leads Stonehill 2-1.
Merrimack number 43, 2 in liner for slashing.
Big chance for Stonehill here on the other side of the break. Merrimack 2, Stonehill 1, but Stonehill going on the power play. Ty Deneau off for slashing. We'll put Stonehill on the power play. And, this is maybe the biggest sequence of the game here. Big power play for Stonehill, 5:46 to go. You almost look at it with, I think, like, between the 2 minute power play and then potentially pulling the goalie after that. Stonehill's going to have a man advantage potentially for the big chunk of the last 5:46 of this game.
Right. And the nice thing here is, you don't have to pull him here. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if you would. To go up an extra man, I don't think I would. Being down, maybe if I'm down by 2 goals.
Maybe down by 2. I wouldn't do it by 1. I agree.
Right, especially because my power play's already scored once in the game. It looks pretty good in general. So I like their chances to tie it up for me.
That shot gets blocked in front. Campione keeps it in. Heath with the puck now near side. He rotates with Campione. Puck goes over to Streifels. Streifels. Cross ice pass to O'Brien down low on the goal line. O'Brien flips it back up top. Trying to get it to Heath, but the puck trickles over his stick and ends up going in the neutral zone. Stonehill, though, still keeping control of possession. Devlin O'Brien works it to the middle. Campione with the puck now. Campione goes back up top to Grady Hunter. Hunter over to Streifels and a big block by Antonio Venuto.
Get that big body out in front of that one.
Streifels with the puck again. He tries to work it through traffic. He does, but Spencer Marquis makes a save there with his left pad. Stonehill, though, able to keep the puck in. Heath to Hunter. Hunter's shot gets blocked by Mysek. Mysek with a big block there. Evan Orr controlling the puck at the top for Stonehill. Orr to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot gets blocked. That may have been blocked by Bookman, who's slow to get up. Orr with a big shot through from the point. That gets blocked. I think Marquis may have gotten a piece of that with his blocker as well.
Yep.
Hunter still controls. Hunter tries to work it to the middle.
That was blocked by Mysek.
Still 40 seconds to go on this power play. Bookman gets a clear. 5 or 6 big block shots there from Merrimack on
And a
that
couple
PK.
of saves by Marquis as
Absolutely.
well. Stonehill doing just about all they needed to do to try to get good scoring chances, but not able to put one in yet.
Evan Orr drops it back to Frank Ireland. Ireland to Grainer. Grainer tries to find some room there on the far side of Schwenninger. Puck still loose along the far wall. Orr able to keep it in and get it below the goal line. 9 seconds left on the power play. Weiland battling for it there with Lagerback. Orr with the puck up top. Lagerback with a shot that gets blocked and goes wide. The penalty expires. Deneau's out of the box and he's into the play. Stonehill, though, still with control, and they try to go back up top to Orr, but the puck gets cleared. Merrimack going for a change. Evan Orr wants the puck sent up ice. He's trying to quickly transition here, trying to catch Merrimack in a change. Powell back to collect it for the Warriors. Ends. Knocks it up to Roy. Offside's going to be called here on Stonehill, and Galante tangled up with Deneau after the play.
So Stonehill goes to 1 for 4. the only goal, the Hunter goal. Merrimack is 0 for 3. We'll get a look at some of the chances here for Stonehill on the power play. Some block. That was the block by Bookman right there.
It's one of those instances where I think you're right. You know, Stonehill did a lot of what they wanted to do on that power play. Merrimack did a lot of what they wanted to do in the penalty kill. It's one of those things where both those units look really good.
Yeah, battle of wills there, right?
Puck now in the middle of the ice. Powell tries to get it to Cranston. Cranston intercepts the pass there, but it still trickles to Galante. Puck fought for in the neutral zone. We're under 3 minutes to play.
Unofficially, I have Stonehill with 2 shots on that power play. Two that got through.
Yes.
Probably another 5 that were blocked.
Yep. Whistles here, and it looks like another offside is going to be called on Stonehill.
And I mean, if you're Stonehill, that's what you got to work on getting pucks to the net. Now, certainly something for you to work on is that you didn't get most of those through, but at least you made the effort there. I thought their puck movement was pretty good.
Yeah.
That, you know, they had the lanes they were looking for, but the problem was they just didn't get it through.
And obviously, if you're Merrimack in that situation, down a man, late in the game, protecting a lead, you're just trying to get in front of every shot possible.
Protect the house.
Which is what they were doing there. Stonehill tries to break things out here. Devlin O'Brien on the near side. Puck ends up trickling back through the control of it. So it was Jalen Fitzpatrick that almost made a play on that puck as well from Merrimack.
2.5 to go. Keep an eye on Andrew Leonard so they still on that.
Bookman carries up ice for the Warriors. He's over the blue line. Tries to make a move. Ends up getting the puck on net. Goes to the far side where Pierre picks it up. Merrimack loses control of the puck back in the neutral zone. They'll have to reset.
Which is not a bad thing. They get to run more time off the clock and change.
Rebel.
Unless you ice the puck.
Tries to hit a pass and instead go for an icing.
That's the one thing you didn't want to do there. Well, maybe the other one was get called for too many men again, which could have happened with the pass in front of the bench. But
Merrimack was pretty fresh on a change there, though. I think Pierre was the only one that still needed to change.
I think this is where Stonehill, this is where you call the timeout and you pull the goaltender.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Or at least David Barad was trying to get the officials' attention. There we go.
Yep.
So a timeout Stonehill with 2:04 to play. I agree with you. I think with the offensive zone draw, you're not. And the other thing there too is, like I said, Merrimack got almost an entire change. Pierre was the only one that hadn't changed yet. So it's not like you're bailing them out.
Right.
Sometimes you get that situation where you don't want to call the timeout if they're tired because you almost feel like you're bailing them out a little bit. But in that case, Merrimack had some fresh bodies on the ice because the icing came right after they were making a change.
And the other thing, too, that you always have to keep in mind if you're the team that's thinking about pulling the goalie is you might not get another chance.
No, 100%. Yeah, 2 minutes is when you do it. I agree. Yeah.
2 minutes might seem like a long time, but it goes by pretty fast.
Rand Pecknold at Quinnipiac is really aggressive. I don't mind it, but I mean, we've seen him pull the goalie with 4 or 5 minutes to go.
and famously so. I mean,
yes.
I mean, winning a national championship is you can't get any better than that.
I think 2 minutes is just for me, like that's the time where you want to give yourself some time. Everybody does it with a minute, and it's like, you know, a power play is at least 2, right? When you go to the power play, you're giving yourself 2 minutes. So you try to give yourself a power play there at the end of the game.
I still can't believe that all those people were just baffled when Rand did that in the national championship game a couple years ago. That he
and Drolin's going to stay in the net here, though. Nope, now he's coming.
Trying to figure out.
Yeah, he must be coming here. Stonehill has 6 skaters in here.
Yeah.
O'Brien's going to take the draw. Big draw here for Stonehill. O'Brien's going to take it opposite Ethan Bono. 6 on 5. And now Merrimack calls their timeout.
I'm surprised Hunter's not out there, but maybe Stonehill was expecting Merrimack to call the timeout, and so they didn't want to show their hand.
I think Hunter's been one of their best players today.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just everywhere in the ice. So now Merrimack calls their timeout.
Only 3 goals in this one. First one came back off the stick of Ty Deneau in the first period. You see there, pops that loose puck in back in the first period to make it 1-0 Merrimack. And then late power play opportunity. There's another look at the Deneau goal. He led Merrimack in goals last year. But Stonehill would tie it late in the first on a power play goal, and you're going to see it coming off of the stick of the player we just talked about, Brady Hunter. Good work by them on that power play. They get a shot blocked, but Hunter gets right there, gets through the loose puck, and fires it in quickly. That tied it up at 1. No scoring in the second, and then here in the third, the go-ahead goal. You see Colby Jens from Merrimack over to defensive partner Seamus Powell. Let that shot go from the left circle. Get another look at that one coming up here, but that is the difference in the game right now. Seamus Powell, the transfer, will end up getting the goal, and that made it 2-1. And that is where we stand. Merrimack leading Stonehill 2-1, 2:04 to play, third period. Stonehill now skating with the extra man.
Emerson.
Goaltender on the bench, 6-on-5.
Emerson and O'Brien were on that draw. Stonehill able to keep it in. Or good play. Gets a puck on net, saved by Marquis. Puck behind the goal line. Battled for there. Bookman, one of the Warriors. As puck works its way back up top. Campione shot through traffic. It goes high and over the net. Nisak works it to the far wall. Kept in by Orr. Orr finds Campione. His shot sails wide and high. Trifles there for it for Stonehill. He's pressured by Venuto. Stonehill bench looking for a penalty there. 1:25 to go. This puck now works its way to the blue line. Orr collects it. Near side to Heath. Orr back up top to Devlin O'Brien, whose shot gets blocked, and Stonehill has to regroup with 1:10 to play. Net still empty for the Skyhawks. Campione with it now to O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot that sails wide. Bookman went down for the block there.
Still no Hunter.
Merrimack tries to get a clear, but the clear attempt ends up sending the puck into the bench, so we're going to have a draw that comes to Marquis' left.
There it comes.
With 59.4 to go.
Spencer Marquis has stopped 20 out of 21 Stonehill shots. There, you get a look at him there.
It's a pretty good stat line.
Senior goaltender from Brunswick, Maine. First collegiate game today.
Campione with a shot gets blocked by Caden Cranston. That's a big block there for the freshman. Puck behind the net, 52 seconds to go. Orr at the top of the zone for Stonehill. He works it behind the net. Puck jumps over Hunter's stick. Zivlak trying to get it there with Campione. It's fought for on the near side in the corner. Merrimack trying to get it clear. Cranston tries to get it up. He gets blocked by Schwenninger. Puck still fought far on the near wall. Puck gets went to Schwenninger in front. His shot goes just wide. I think Zivlak may have gotten a piece of that with his stick. Grander loses the puck. Merrimack coming out with a 3-on-1 here. Warriors with a chance to ice the game, but Roy loses the puck, and Stonehill's going to come back with numbers. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Cranston ends up getting back into the zone in the back check. Zivlak blocks a pass in front. 10 seconds to go! And the Skyhawks tie the score. I'm not sure who got a piece of that, but a puck was set in front. I think it was Evan Orr off the wall. And Stonehill ties the game with 8.9 seconds to play. It's Anthony Galante who's leading the line, so Galante may have been the one that got a piece of that puck. We'll have to see on the replay here.
Yeah, you see, I think that may have been Hunter who threw it over to him.
It was Hunter, yeah.
From the boards, and then Galante, who wasn't able to score on the penalty shot, ends up scoring that one to tie the game. You see, traffic in front right there. Schwenninger was there as well.
And then here, of course, a big opportunity right before that. Here's Merrimack's chance to ice the game away. Had a 3-on-1, but just lost control of the puck. So we are going to go to overtime here in game 1 of the year. Anthony Galante from Brady Hunter, who's got 2 points now today, is going to send this game to overtime, tied at 2.
Each team with a goal in the third period. Stonehill with the extra attacker. We'll wait for the official scoring. I think it'll be Galante from Hunter. We'll see if there is another one. And the score here at the end of 3 periods with overtime coming up.
We are going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with overtime. Merrimack 2, Stonehill 2. So Merrimack trying to come up with something here in the overtime. They had lead late in the third, but Anthony Galante with the goal ends up tying the score. You see Merrimack had a chance here to actually ice the game away with about 15 seconds to play, but
you know,
Roy loses a handle on the puck.
It looked to me like Deneau had a good look at the empty net and decided not to take the shot. Maybe so that he could try to get it over to Harry Roy for a shot. And I think maybe Roy wasn't expecting that. You probably figure in that situation that the guy with the puck might let it go. I mean, it's hard to blame either guy on that, you know, but I think maybe just some miscommunication resulted in that. So instead of the empty net goal to give them a 2-1, or rather a 2-goal lead and probably ice the game, Stonehill comes back and ties the game. What a real shift.
Yeah, crazy sequence there.
Yeah.
Brady Hunter was able to get the puck in front. Hunter had the goal earlier in the game for Stonehill, so he's got 2 points today. And again, I mean, we're talking about right in the movie script here, Anthony Galante, who missed on the penalty shot in the second period, gets the the backhand of his stick on that centering feed from Hunter and ends up scoring the game-tying goal with 8.9 to go.
So here's the situation, 3-on-3 overtime. First goal wins, 5-minute sudden death overtime, and here to bring you all the action, Mike McMahon.
So there won't be as much traffic now, 3-on-3, as we've seen throughout the game, the earlier parts of the game. Merrimack controls the puck. Harrison Roy over the blue line to Cranston now. I'm not sure too how much practice time teams have committed to practicing 3-on-3 this early in the year. I would imagine not very much.
Yeah.
Cranston battles for the puck in the corner. O'Brien tries to work it up to Schreifels. Roy able to keep it in check there, but Schreifels has some room. 2-on-1, Schreifels over the line, takes a shot, Marquis save, rebound, score. And it's Devlin O'Brien, the former Warrior, who gets the overtime winner. Stonehill 3, Merrimack 2.
Well, the first save was made by Spencer Marquis as Merrimack comes out to greet their goaltender, but Stonehill battled strong right from the beginning there and got to overtime, was able to get that opportunity.
And a good play by O'Brien, obviously. Schreifels comes in, takes the initial shot. Good save by Marquis, and O'Brien following it up on the rebound.
O'Brien outraces his man to be able to win a battle to the puck and get there first and put that in for his first goal of the year.
And you can see Bookman there actually pointing out, telling the back checker to take O'Brien, and O'Brien left open on the far post to get the rebound. But all the credit in the world here to Spencer Marquis today. I mean, couldn't have given Merrimack a better effort. 21 saves, I think, from Marquis. Because he gets credit for the save with the initial shot. So great effort from Spencer Marquis today, but Merrimack comes up a little short. 3-2 the final.
Great job by Stonehill as well. They pick up a victory on the road here. Their first ever against the Hockey East team. Teams will meet again in November, and I'm sure they'll both remember that. But Stonehill, a big win for David Berard's club here on the road. They win this one in overtime, and they start off the season 1-0 for a team that only won one game last year against Division I competition. They start off the year 1-0 this year.
All right, so that'll do it for game one here. Merrimack falls to Stonehill 3-2. For my broadcast partner, Mike Matnick, and our producer, Jared Fieldson, and our entire Pack Network production crew, I am Mike McMahon saying so long from North Andover, where the final score, Stonehill beats Merrimack 3-2 in overtime. All games airing on ESPN, on the ESPN networks, are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.